How's it going, guys? We're back with another episode. Today we're looking at Castlevania Dominus Collection on Xbox Series X. What a popular franchise Castlevania is. This is beloved by so many people. It's crazy. I've played the original Symphony of the Night. That's about it. Never finished it, so I went into this game pretty new. Like, this was a largely new experience for me. So the Dominus Collection came out August 27th this year, 2024. It's out on PC, Xbox Series X and S, PS5 and Nintendo Switch. Here in Australia it cost $37.95, and full disclaimer, I was actually given a review code to this game, but that's not going to affect the video. It's still going to be an honest thoughts and impressions. So let's get into this. Castlevania Dominus Collection is a package of 3 classic Castlevania games from the DS. Well, I mean, technically it's 3 with 2 extras, but let's talk about that later. So the first game is Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. The adventures of Soma continue. Discover a completely new way to create countless weapons by combining souls in stunning 2D graphics. This is set 1 year after the events of Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. A boy named Soma Cruz is once again put at the center of a plot to resurrect Dracula, led by a mysterious cult. The next game is Castlevania Portrait of Ruin.
In Portrait of Ruin, Dracula's castle has suddenly resurfaced, but something doesn't add up. Jonathan Morris and Charlotte Orlin make their way in to investigate, soon to discover that the mind behind all this is not who they thought.
So this has 2 heroes you play as, Jonathan and Charlotte, and you can switch between them on the fly. You know, they've got different unique abilities. And then you've got Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. You pretty much gather glyphs by exploring the castle and its surroundings and absorb the power of the foes you fight, which is a really cool gameplay concept.
So in Order of Ecclesia, the 3 most powerful glyphs thought to be able to even defeat Dracula himself have been stolen. Can Shinoa bring them back to the Order and finally destroy the Dark Lord?
And then we have the 2 bonus games. Technically it's 5 games in one package, but these are like bonuses. So you've got Haunted Castle and Haunted Castle Revisited. And from my understanding, Haunted Castle is a really hard 80s arcade game, which is pretty much the very first Castlevania arcade game. So Haunted Castle Revisited is obviously the version of the arcade game, but it's fully remade with much better graphics and controls. I gotta say, it's a bunch of fun. It's probably one of my favorite games in this collection. So yeah, this Revisited Haunted Castle edition, this is making its debut right here in this collection, which is amazing. So these games as a package, they are all so strong. If I'm being honest though, to begin with, I wasn't a fan of Order of Ecclesia because it's so dialogue heavy and it takes a while to get into, whereas the others, they just throw you pretty much into the action and fighting. But these are all fantastic, strong games and I love them. Graphically speaking, they've all been upscaled. They look beautiful. The pixel art here is stunning. Obviously, because they're old school games and it's pixel art, it ages pretty well because pixel art is its own genre nowadays, and yeah, they look great. They're upscaled, they're not 4K as far as I can tell, but they look really, really good still on a big screen because I'm playing on the Series X. As far as gameplay goes, these are all really fun, classic Castlevania type of gameplay. You know, it runs really smooth, it plays really well. It's honestly some great platforming, fighting, and exploration. It's really, really well done. Don't get me wrong, they are difficult. I'll talk about that in a little bit, but you know, there's something here for everyone if you're a newcomer like me, or if you're an old school fan. So going into this, I was a little bit curious how they would display the screen because it's a DS collection, right? So on the left hand side of the one screen, you have the main gameplay screen, which is, you know, the one you're playing on. Then on the right hand side, you've got the map and like character stats, which to my knowledge, was on the bottom of the DS screen, and you'd have to change between the two. There's some options where you can change the layout of the screen, but I preferred the default one. As far as quality of life goes, there are lots of improvements here, from updated controls, better graphics, you have a rewind feature, quick save options, you can play with the graphics themselves, so you can put the scan lines in and things like that. You can change the difficulty, so if it's too hard, you can turn it down or up depending on what type of player you are. And like I said, there's a rewind feature, which I really appreciate, because not everyone wants really super difficult games. They want to experience the games that they've heard about, and I can appreciate that. Going into this, I was also pretty concerned about the touchscreen feature of the DS, which is still available on the Switch to my knowledge, but because it's on Series X and PS5, you use QuickTime events instead of a touchscreen, and you got like a little arrow on the screen. That's probably my biggest gripe with this. It's fine, but it doesn't feel as natural as what I imagine a touchscreen would be like. So this collection, it comes with a gallery of all the games that are part of this, and you can go through them. They look really good. It also comes with a soundtrack for each game, which sound awesome. Some of the music here is good, I love it. And it also has a compendium in the games, and you can go through enemies, and it's a really detailed compendium, I'm not gonna lie. Would I recommend this package as a whole? Bloody oath, this is a fantastic package. If you weren't able to enjoy these on the DS originally, if you're a newcomer and you want to get into them now, this is the perfect chance, and I would fully recommend this game. With my one gripe, I would give this about a 9 out of 10 because it's such a strong collection. You get a lot of bang for your buck here. Pretty much 5 fantastic games, lots of quality of life improvements, a modern way to access each game, as well as bonuses like soundtracks, galleries. It's amazing. Honestly, if you're a Castlevania fan, you've probably already got it. If you're thinking about it, look, I'm a newcomer, pretty much, and I love it. I'm all in. I'm a fan. That's it for me. That's just my thoughts and impressions on Castlevania Dominus Collection. Have you guys played it? Why? Why not? Let me know down in the comments. Subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in the next video.